You're here because of layoffs. Either you've been laid off or you are fearing a potential layoff, and layoffs are real. You see it in the news all over the place. Boeing's laid off people, Cisco's laid off people, Intel, UKG, Meta is even laying off people despite their record earnings. Companies are leveraging their will, and we'll talk a little bit about the employment at will agreement that we all have as employees with our employer. If you have been laid off, if you're worried about being laid off, you are not alone. Welcome to the club, as Ned Flanders would say. I know we have some global folks on here as well. My hunch is these feelings are global in London and all over the globe. 40% of Americans have been laid off or terminated from a job at least once. Actually, I would imagine Americans have been impacted more because we have less protections often in the US. 48% of Americans have layoff anxiety. That's probably fairly equal around the world now. And then 28% of Americans have been laid off in the past 2 years alone. This might be surprising or upsetting to you. It was to me the first time I got laid off, the second time I got laid off. But then I came to realize that I'm employed at will. And if you look at any employment agreement, and they're not contracts unless you're in a union or tenured professor or professional athlete, which I don't think anybody is here, you are an at-will employee. And every company agreement stipulates this. This is Google's employee agreement. You can actually check this out on our YouTube channel, Academic Careers YouTube channel. This is our most watched video of me dissecting a Google offer letter, which is 20 pages in length. It's fucking nutso. But they stipulate that you are employed at will. They put it in all caps, and they put it 2 times in the contract. So companies are telling you this. What it says here, your employment may end at any time with or without cause or notice. This means you might not get severance, you might not get 2 weeks. They can kick your ass out the door. They've done it to me before for any time without cause or without notice. But on the same hand, you are also an at-will employee, which means you can leave at any time for any reason that you so choose. You're agreeing to this with the company. So don't wait for companies to dictate the end. You own your career and you dictate when you're going to leave and at your will.